It is Friday morning at 8:30 in the morning, and I am here with Batman. And we are in a rental truck. See, rental truck. And we just left Ryder, and we are on our way to Pittsburgh. And I am going to be sharing with you our journey as we go. We're just getting started, so when we're in the middle of the highway, I will hop back on and give some more, but I want to get a start.
You do shift hard.
The part of the day where Batman doesn't know how to drive this truck yet.
Well, it's just this new smart shift tech thing. Bob, I'm getting used to its responses and how it reacts to all this fun stuff. I guess we're just going there.
Whee!
Shift.
And we're off.
Found the button. Makes me not so tall. Because earlier, I think it was like full up, yeah. That's way too tall. Before I break the truck, let's get going.
Are we ready to go?
Totally!
It is 10:30 and we are in Brighton, Michigan. We had to have a pit stop.
Got tiny girl battery.
Hey, I held out to Brighton. That's not bad.
Come on, make the turn.
Make the turn, you can do it.
I believe in you.
Go team.
So it's totally the next stop I want to go on.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
I got this. Totally. It's just...
Let's let him go. He didn't even notice us. Pay attention when you drive, man.
Yeah, we'll clear. Yay!
Yay!
Alright. Shift. Stuff.
You're gonna turn right. Brighton Town Square.
I'll just wait for the light. I'm in no hurry.
I thought you were a speed demon.
Physically impossible in this truck right now.
This is such a smooth ride.
Yeah. Well, it's the smart shift mojo where it's manually converted to automatic. You can still drive it manually if you wanted to, but
You want
in auto mode.
here, well, not the gas station, but the
yeah.
East 96 Detroit. Wow, this is kind of hard to figure out what you're supposed to
I
do.
was like, yeah, I think this is where I want to be.
Hey,
I'm hoping.
don't tip over.
Yeah. Truck behind me, he's like, come on, it's not that bad of a turn.
It's a steak truck too, he doesn't care.
Yeah. Alright.
We're making good enough time that we had our first real stop and it's not late enough to eat anything.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The weather's pretty nice.
It's just doom and gloom.
Just generic doom and gloom. I don't have to wear my sunglasses. I'm not squinting. I brought sunscreen, but I don't need it yet. Actually, 23 Ann Arbor. You want that?
I want this. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just stay right here in this light. It's not marked out.
Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, that's 23. You want 23, you're gonna go towards Ann Arbor, and then Toledo.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because it's only like, I don't know, 20 minutes to Ann Arbor.
Right.
I wonder, well, did I say where we were going yet?
No.
We're going to, did I say where we were going?
I
don't remember.
I think they know what state we're going to. I don't know if they know where and why we're going.
I haven't told anybody on the internet. It's fun.
Slow down for the popo.
Oh, that was at Livingston County Sheriff. If it was Michigan State Police, we'd have to wave. We have friends at the Michigan State Police.
Right.
I love this. This is such a difficult thing to do in a car. We're kind of leveling it up with the truck. So you don't, yeah, you want the one on the right.
The one on
The right.
Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor. Please don't take me to Flint. We used to be friends, don't do that. One of my favorite parts about road trips is seeing how dramatically different interchanges are in different places.
Oh, the truck right there.
Hi, truck. Look, there's a truck. He's trying very hard to not run into us.
Thanks, good. Caution, slow traffic, 1 mile ahead.
Yeah, this was a red part on Google Maps. We will let you know when we are no longer in the state of Michigan. Next stop, Toledo. Thankfully not us.
Someone's having a bad day. Very bad day.
Now we continue.
Hey, look at that.
23. Into line. How you doing, Batman? Doing?
We're almost in Ohio.
Yeah, that's why I hopped back on the vlog. Because we're almost there.
Just about there.
Woo! We've had a smooth ride, I tell you.
Oh, so smooth. Hello.
Don't block my shot. I want the welcome to Ohio sign. Yay!
So much to discover.
That's almost as good as Indiana's.
Oh, goodness.
Indiana is the crossroads of America.
Yeah.
And now the signs have Ohio on them. Nice change of pace.
Yeah, totally.
You better be ready. We're going to be here a while. Yep, so in 2 miles, you want to be in the left.
Okay.
We're going to go on to I-475 East. Toledo has a loop around it, and we're taking the loop that looks slightly less terrible. I may still be scarred from the last time we had to go to Toledo.
That was pretty awful.
Yeah. At least it's not rush hour right now.
That is a small bonus. Yes.
Found the edge.
Yeah, found the edge. Speed control. Hey, look, more traffic.
Yeah, you're gonna take that left side.
Okay. I don't think I can reach it. Ah, sorry.
I don't know, you probably could.
Probably could.
This is where we need a Bruce strapped to the top. Ohio Turnpike.
That's kind of
Follow 475 to 23 South. So I picked correctly. Go me.
yeah.
Take exit 232 on the left to merge onto I-475 East toward Toledo.
This is our exploration of different interchanges of America.
Well, I didn't get on my ass, but I'm slowing down, especially after what I saw with that Swift truck.
Right?
I ain't playing no games.
Nobody's in that big a rush to get over this thing. Oh, and we get to merge on the left. Woo! You look pretty good.
In 5.9 miles, take exit 20A on the right onto I-75 South.
That car behind you is not being patient. He's going to try to pass you. After he goes, yeah. Oh, and he has Ohio plates. That explains it.
Tanker behind me wasn't being patient either. So when you are not supposed to be going that fast, sir.
So over here in team safety, we're just chilling out.
So Casey and I, when we went down to Indiana forever ago, we were going 80 in the van, and a fuel tanker passed us.
Oh.
Going like 90. Man, how was my driving number?
Did you call them?
Casey totally called them. More military vehicles. Oh boy.
I do stuff like that all the time.
That is a lot of military vehicles out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. We saw 2 Hummers up Wilton.
Yeah, but they were stuck on the side of the road. That's kind of overkill to rescue them.
Right. Ohio's invading Michigan. No. Good luck. Ohio.
Oh, there's a Boston market. I wish we had those up here in Grand Rapids.
I don't know. Last time I ate at one, it didn't end so well.
I've never had a bad experience.
No, I think that was also the trip where I'm pretty sure the truck was poisoning me.
The truck was probably poisoning you.
Because I could smell fumes the entire way, and if I'm sure it was further than Detroit, I may have actually died. This truck's nice though, I like this truck.
This is a nice truck.
Like, the only complaint is the pull to the right is weird. But other than that,
You're gonna get back and you're just gonna drive the van.
It's gonna be really weird.
Go. All right, we're gonna go get on the turnpike. We'll be back later. Yay! Welcome to the Ohio Turnpike. Woo! Our home for the afternoon. Keep close to gate. Are you gonna have to use the machine? So the turnpike is a toll road, and I think it's kind of cool. Just stay towards Cleveland and we're good. Because instead of paying at every stop, it says where you turned on, which is the Perrysburg-Toledo interchange, exit 64, and then
Left to merge onto I-80 East
at each spot, you can see how much it would cost you to get off. So we're going east, so we're at 64, so the ones above us, we are west of us. And I don't remember where we're getting off at. It's somewhere towards the bottom. If I calculated it right, it might actually be number 218, but we'll see if I was correct in my recollections. And then just as a help, I think it is nice, it lets you know which exits that you can get off at that also have food and fuel. So you don't have to look it up on your phone. And we are a class 2 as far as I know.
You know what this tells me?
What?
People wanted to get through Ohio so fast, they built a really nice road. Just so you can cut right through it. Not have to worry about it. They wanted to make cutting through Ohio as awesome.
Well, it used to be a thing when this wasn't really it, that if you were coming from Pennsylvania going to Chicago, you had to cut down through the middle of Ohio, and you had to go to...
Hot air balloon basket.
It is. You have to go to Fort Wayne, and then you go up, and then they did this big 80-90 thing that cuts across the middle, and it's like the middle of America, and this is now one of the most heavily trafficked highways in the country, in conjunction with 94, which goes from Minneapolis to Detroit. We'll be back. So it is 2:45.
Feels like hour 12 on the Ohio Turnpike. We're what, 100 miles left on this one?
Well, let's see. We've got 56 miles left on I-80, which is the turnpike, and 127 miles until we get to Pittsburgh.
We can do this. We got this.
Yeah, we're pretty close comparatively speaking.
Yeah. At least we seem to be done with construction, at least for now.
We do. Yeah, see, we did all of that, and that's what we have left. Are you excited?
Oh, so excited. You have no idea.
You're excited.
Yep. Excited to be out of Ohio.
No, you're excited for this adventure.
The whole adventure is going to be fun. A lot of soda.
No, it's tragic.
It's heartbeat me, I tell you. This time lapse is going to be fun.
I am excited because we're hitting the point geographically where the power lines get really cool looking.
Yeah.
I like these. And I'll make a point to share when we get a little bit more into Pennsylvania. But when I start going over the mountains, I think that they're just super cool looking.
Yeah. Plus you get the beach balls on the power lines.
I like the big posts and how they're set to go over the land. I just think that's really neat.
Yeah.
I'm really into infrastructure.
You infrastructure? Surprise me.
I know.
I like it too.
I cannot help myself. It's ingrained in my DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Those houses, like right up.
Oh yeah. I wonder if we'll be driving by the boat dealership on top of the mountain. Is that the same? I don't know. That is hilarious.
So today we are driving to Pittsburgh.
To Pittsburgh, yep.
To go to the Carnegie Science Center.
Go visit our buddy Doug.
And we are getting a simulator machine.
Yeah.
It's what is it? A roller coaster?
It's intended. Its original design is a roller coaster, but because we're us, we can pretty much do whatever the hell we want with it.
But I was asking what it is today.
And today it's a roller coaster. Tomorrow, who knows?
Who knows? It would be pretty fun if we could make it so that you could fly a plane from it.
Flying a plane from it was definitely one of Chris's ideas. Jerry's was kind of fun, where you take the game Roller Coaster Tycoon
and integrate it inside.
Build your roller coaster, then ride your roller coaster.
Because Roller Coaster Tycoon lets you do that first-person view.
Yeah, that could be fun. But yeah, that's the cool thing with it is once we figure out how to program it, we can essentially do whatever we want. So I'm excited. We can even do like a space shuttle simulation or something.
You don't want to simulate that.
Totally. Just put the whole thing out and vibrate.
Like that it comes with your own barf bag. Look how the road just split.
Yeah.
We're getting into interesting lands.
Yeah. I've done that a couple times now. I always like this part. Lots of neat, tall bridges. Well, these bridges aren't so neat.
But we're getting close.
We're getting close to the terrain.
Yeah, at this point we've done this stretch of road several times. Yay. And so the plan as it stands at this moment is to come back tomorrow afternoon.
I think we can handle that.
We're gonna see how it goes unloading, because the simulator that we're getting is still being used right now.
Right, which is kind of cool.
Kids can still use it for another 2 hours, and then we're gonna take it apart,
right,
and put it in this rider truck.
It's totally not a refrigerator truck. This rider messed up.
Yeah, so I reserved the truck, and rider called me yesterday and said, I'm sorry, we can't give you the truck that you reserved because we don't have them. And they said that I really, really needed a truck. We had to come up with a solution, and he tried to put me on a wait list, and I said that wouldn't work. We had to come today. And he said, well, it's so bad that you can't use a refrigerated truck. And I said, what do you mean we can't? Why can't we use a refrigerated truck? And that's when he realized that he hadn't asked me if we could use one, and I said that was fine. So we have a refrigerated truck.
It's the exact same thing.
It looks just the same. You can see it's just a regular truck. I don't think we can see it
Just has a giant air conditioning unit at the top.
here. Yeah, I cannot get low enough to show you.
Stick your hand out, totally.
Yeah, that'll be great. It has a giant air conditioning unit. It's a Carrier.
Yeah.
When we park at some point, we'll make sure to show it to you. But the inside is the same, and the doors open different.
It looks like a roller door.
He told me that there's side to side.
Yeah, it looks like a roller door when I looked at it. We have a side door, which is cool, but
I don't know.
that looks like a roller door. It's got a lift gate too.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, it has a lift gate, but that doesn't matter either because
Yeah,
we
we're
have a
on the
dock.
It'd be fun for at the lab because we don't have a dock at the lab.
Whee!
Yeah. It's almost out of Ohio.
Well, not really.
Almost totally. No, don't dash my.
That's where
We're at least out of the copy and paste Flintstones background. We at least have a little slight difference in our terrain.
That's where we're at. I mean, Cleveland is close to being out of Ohio. Oh, hey, hoop houses.
Gutted greenhouses.
No, they're hoop houses.
Oh.
You put the tarps over them on the hoops when you need it, and then when it's warm enough, you take them off. But then you don't have to build a greenhouse, and you don't have to move the things. You just hoop it.
Right.
For the early start. I can teach you about greenhouses if you actually wanted to know.
I'm sure you could. Would not surprise me.
I like gardens. This is pretty. I'm glad that I don't have to drive through this all the time.
Right.
But Michigan is so flat, and there are a lot of aspects about that I like. But it's really always fun to see something that's just really different from what exists around you every day.
Right.
Now, if we did a big pickup where we got to go to Vermont, that would be really fun. We could get into some real mountains. Such a smooth ride.
Well, that's for me. I got the airbag seat.
You doing okay with that?
It definitely does make a difference, especially since I figured out how to tweak it so it's not so bouncy.
That's good.
Because, yeah, that was a little ridiculous.
You almost gave yourself a concussion.
Yeah.
Well, we will update when we get to Pennsylvania. Whee! And at long last, we are leaving the turnpike. It is 4:10 in the afternoon.
Goodbye, Ohio.
Here. Not quite out of Ohio, but
Almost.
so close.
Tennessee, wow.
Man, I just noticed there's an Andy Warhol museum right next to where we're going.
I ain't got nowhere to be really important. Well, just tell Chris we had a flat tire.
They're open 10 to 5 on Saturday. It's like 4 buildings down from where we'll be.
I don't know what's going on with this dude.
What's he doing?
Oh, I saw. Maybe he's running a garden. Maybe that's why we don't like gardens. Oh, he's just counting his money at there.
Did you count your money?
Gee, I don't know.
That's all I had.
I think we'll be fine.
It's 7 floors.
Wow. Just for Andy Warhol?
Uh-huh.
That's fucking intense.
It is. Wow, they're open until 10 p.m. today.
Oh, shit.
They're giving us a run for our money.
22.75.
22.75. So I was pretty close on my guess. We actually did go to the end, and I thought we would stop one short of the end. So that's cool. All right, let's see what this sign is up here. I was hoping something would say Pennsylvania, but 52. We are 50.2 miles from our destination. Woohoo! All right, let's see if I can figure out where we are as far as the Pennsylvania border. Pennsylvania!
We did it! Yay!
Yay! And we get to do another toll. So somehow the map made it look like we had to go quite a bit, like maybe 5 miles to get to it, and it was pretty much 2 minutes because it's 4:16 now. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Such a great change from the Ohio Turnpike. That's awesome. But at least we don't have to go through another state today.
Right.
Yeah. What's this billboard? I see an American flag. It appears to just be
Oh, it's for the R. Oh, it's the, yeah, it's the
billboard.
advertising themselves.
That's cool.
Keep left.
It is 4:30 and we are about 30 miles outside of Pittsburgh. But I just wanted to show you a little bit. We've been seeing some falling rock signs, and this is just a very different view than what we typically get that I would share. It's very pretty. Lots of emergency pull-offs.
Yeah, it's like we're driving through the mountains or something.
And this isn't really mountainy. It's just
Not yet.
the very edge of it.
In 10 miles, take exit 28 onto I-79 and West 19 toward Pittsburgh.
Exit 28.
28.
Be about 10 miles.
It's funny because earlier I thought you said that it was 28.
No, this is 28.
Actually 8. Oh, okay.
Yes, actually 8. Oh my. You don't usually see a truck, a pickup truck.
I've seen it a couple times.
Pretty unusual though.
Yeah.
There's a bridge or something coming up. Falling rock.
Just one.
Just one.
This adds a little bit of excitement to the trip. Oh, hey, something might drop down and kill us. Yay!
I enjoy that we're on the highway and it gave us a speed limit for this curve. That's my one big issue with Pennsylvania roads is they have no respect whatsoever for the flow of traffic. Oh, you have to slow down on the highway. Oh, you're gonna go on an on-ramp? You can have 5 feet of entry ramp. That will work. It'll be fine.
Just
I will also say that I miss the smoothness of the Ohio Turnpike.
still better than just outside Detroit.
It's true. That was terrible. Look at that van that's parked way up there, like at a 45-degree. should be there pretty soon. I'm excited. Don't rattle myself to death. It's a possibility. It is 5:05. I wanted to share with you some of these bridges. So big.
In 2 miles, take exit 1B toward North Shore.
Experiencing the great fun, joy, and excitement that is Pennsylvania highway system under construction. It is great. My ears just popped. Hey, look, buildings. So we made it to the Carnegie Science Center, and I'm here with Doug. And the reason why we came here was for this. So could you tell us who are you?
Hi, I'm Doug from the Carnegie Science Center, and we're getting ready exhibits to put in a brand new ropes course. So what better to do with our old roller coaster simulator that we've had since 1999 than to give it to the wonderful Geek Group, where they can repurpose it and make it inspire children of all ages for future generations to come. That's my sales pitch.
We came here to take this apart, put it in the truck, and bring it back. So we're going to get started with that.
All right. Doug's training us on the roller coaster.
Yes. So we have a checklist that we can give you guys a copy of. Okay. You go through every morning to make sure it's safe for people operations.
Okay.
And it walks you through all the steps. So we're going to start with it in the on position. I'm going to show you how to shut it down.
Do not run asteroid. What do we want to know about?
So I'll explain that as we go through it.
All right.
So you walk up to the simulator. At the end of the day, it'll look like this.
Okay.
You just want to close this screen that's up there. It'll take you to the desktop.
Okay.
You want to close this, which is the motion control software for the motors.
Okay.
If it's not open, it will be down here in this taskbar. You just click out to open it. And then there's a VNC viewer. You want to double click that.
Okay.
It takes you to the desktop of the onboard. Right click on the upper bar and click Send Control Alt Delete, which closes the program.
Okay.
And then you could shut down the onboard computer. And then you could shut down the outboard computer. And you want to make sure that this guy is in when it's off. That controls all motor power. Wait for it to shut down. Once it's off, there's a switch in here.
Okay.
Flip the switch, that kills power to the exhibit. And it's now off and safe, so you don't have to have a presenter here at all times maintaining or watching over it.
Okay.
So in the morning, when you come in, it's very similar to the reverse. You want to flip this switch on. Mm-hmm. The computers don't self-start. You can change that if you'd like.
Okay.
But just press the power button on that one, and then the back.
That's how they put half of them in the right way, and they put half of the half in like this.
On top, next to the video card, is a red button. Press that. There's no lights back here to tell you that it's on. You just have to trust that it's turned on, and the network will light up. And if you look inside, you'll see these. Maybe. The video projector has turned on. It's a lampless laser LED hybrid, so
that's cool.
It turns on pretty much instantly.
So what's the weight limit on this bad boy?
I would have to look at our text panel. It's been a while. It's around 300 pounds. Okay. And then keyboard and mouse are in here. It's an actual ball mouse. Whew, these things are antique. So basically, you want to make sure the onboard's on and the outboard are on. And when they're happy, you want to launch motion control. You can do these in either order, but just get it open and then minimize it. And then launch command console. So that loads up this guy. Now, if everything's communicating, you'll start to see things pop in. Like all of this programs for the roller coasters are on the onboard. So if the onboard's not on and working, you won't see those.
Okay.
So right now it's telling you very straightforward things. The canopy's open, the motors are disconnected. So you pull the e-stop out. It takes it a long while to recognize that, but while it's doing that, you grab the key. The key is for the 5-point harness lock. So you can release that. Technically it's a 1-point. There's a micro switch at the top up here.
Okay.
You want to listen for the click. That's the safety switch. So in case a visitor has a harness come loose, it stops the ride. That switch will also show up on the screen there, so you can monitor to make sure it's working.
Okay.
Also, there's an e-stop here. If you push that in, it'll tell you that the e-stop's been pressed, and you can release it.
This is a CRT monitor, isn't it?
It totally is.
Yeah, I don't know how well they're going to see that in the video.
Yes.
Nobody brought the Nico cutters over today.
Not that I know of, no. So same thing for this one. Check to make sure that the switch is working.
Cool.
If these don't relatch, sometimes you just have to turn it a quarter turn to relatch it.
Okay.
There's seatbelts inside. You want to check to make sure the webbing's okay, the buckles buckle, everything's okay there. And just check to make sure nothing's loose. The seat's loose, anything like that. There's a strip here that gets knocked off sometimes. You might have to glue that back on. This piece comes off sometimes. You want to tuck that in. These are just protective pieces that people's feet hit.
Right.
And you don't want anything loose flying around inside the cab.
Right.
So just make sure all that stuff's tight. Okay, so once you've checked all that, next step is just take your hand, and there's 2 PVC ductworks in here. You're just feeling the air coming out. That's just ventilation for the visitors inside. So you make sure that's running, and obviously you can tell if the projector's working. Right. That's that. The secondary stuff you want to check not as often are these bolts. Just run your hands over them.
Right.
Just to make sure they're not loose.
Just like the Orbitron kind of motor.
Exactly. Because you don't want anything loose inside of here.
Yeah.
So once that's done, we'll step outside. And we'll lower the cab down. It goes over the latch. There's a little lip it catches on. Turn that to lock it. Pull that down. This is the safety cable that gets latched on in case this fails, the cab won't fly open. So at that point, you're back at the kiosk. Everything should now be happy. If it isn't, you have to go back and check everything again. We're going to click raise in the bottom left here. If everything's working, you'll hear a click. What it's doing first is it's lifting. There's a counterweight inside. We'll see later. It's adjusting the counterweight to adjust to balance the coaster, which is why the weight limit's around 300 pounds, because the counterweight weighs 300 pounds.
Okay.
So if you were to put a flat panel TV in there, or maybe get rid of the top, you can hold more weight. You just have to adjust the counterweight accordingly. So it'll go forward until the cab hits the front stop here, so the encoder moves. It looks for that. Once it does that, it moves the counterweight back about 3 inches to compensate.
That's graceful.
Yeah. It's as graceful as a car from 1998.
Yeah.
The hydraulic motor kicks in, lifts them both up. It's one motor for 2 cylinders. There's a balancing valve, which I can show you, but it's not perfect, so sometimes one will go up before the other. You hear a slight squeak, that's normal. There it is. Once it's at the top, everything should be stationary on the screen.
All right.
You're going to want to press the e-stop in. And what I usually do is I just give it a wiggle. What this does, it looks crazy, but if it wiggles a lot, excessively, something's gone loose. Well, that's part of the inspection. So now we can go inside. Into here. These bolts that go around here that hold the pitch motor on, there are safety cabled, but always check to make sure they're not loose or broken.
Okay.
We've had some where they snap off and just sit there and look like they're still attached. They're through bolted with a nut on the inside.
Fun.
So all you do is just check those with your fingers. And they're torqued to something stupid. I think they're torqued to 900 foot-pounds.
Okay.
We have a 6-foot torque wrench to put those in.
I'm guessing that doesn't come in part of the package, does it?
Does not. So you check all the bolts on both sides. There are one on each side.
Okay.
There's bolts here, and then there's bolts that go around to hold the cab on.
Okay.
These are the most important ones, because without that, the cab falls off. The motor ones here, you'll check probably monthly. You just run your fingers across them. And then this here is the brake. So what this will do, we'll trade positions here if we can. Just don't stand under it. So there should be good. So pull the brake out, because after it's in, with it out, you'll pull down. And you want to grab the cab at the same time, pull down, and then rotate the cab just to make sure the brake release works. There's a level on the side here.
Okay.
So usually you just want to get back as close to the level as possible. That's the primary brake. The secondary brake, you have a T handle here, it comes off. And then inside, it's kind of hard to see, there's a little piece of aircraft cable.
Okay.
What you want to do, I'm not going to do it since you're standing here. You'll pull that, and then this whole thing will pitch up and down.
Okay.
You'll be able to pull it and see. If anything happens, it starts to jump, let go, and it'll stop.
All right.
And then this guy, make sure you put it back because it will get jammed in here and break.
Oof.
Hence why we've replaced this so many times. So next step while you're under here is you want to look at the hydraulic system, which are the hoses and the rams. This one has a slight leak. It's always had one. It's very subtle. That's why there's a hose here. If this bottle fills up, just empty it. And put the same amount of oil back into the hydraulic pump, which I'll get to in a moment. These valves here are what are used to adjust the speed at which it goes up.
Okay.
So you just dial those in. There's one on each side to get it to the height you want. And then these, we run our hand up here to make sure there's no oil on the cylinder. These are the guideways. Once a week, which is in the manual, which I'll give you a copy of, I'll have you grease these.
Okay.
And it just, because the grease gets peeled off, so sometimes just scoop it up and put it back on the ways, and it'll be fine. There's also a Zerk fitting on here, somewhere around here. Give that a few pumps once a month too, just to keep those bearings all happy.
Sounding a lot like the CNC machine.
You want to check these bolts to make sure they're tight. These are the only thing that holds this back cab on. This guy, give it a wiggle, make sure it's all. This is your rib tail support.
Okay.
Same thing for this side. You want to check the grease and so things like that. There's a further inspection that involves taking the back off. So later when we have the back off, I'll show you those parts.
Cool.
So the next step is you make sure everyone's clear. There's two knobs back here, switches, a raise and a lower.
Okay.
So the raised one obviously takes it up. The lower one, you press that, it brings that. You let go, it stops. This will work without the e-stop on.
Okay.
The raised one will not. You have to have the e-stop out for the raised to work, or it single faces the motor. Not a good idea. So once it's all the way down, give it a few clicks just to make sure it's down. And then we're gonna come back around the front here. And we just want to make sure that we do have emergency stop listed and it's manually lowered. That way we know all the sensors are working. We'll pull the e-stop out. And now we're going to wait until that goes away. It's usually just a few moments.
There we go.
Well, I'll explain too. The presenters themselves have a logbook, which I recommend. You just, once you inspect it, sign off on it. That way someone goes to ride it, they know it's been inspected. And then whoever runs it, we just log it.
Okay.
Just so you have a log of what's been going on. Also log problems. We're back to the same state again. We're going to click raise. That's okay.
Yep. Yep. All right. I'll take your word, Dougie.
So what it does, that case, because we didn't have any people inside, it was at the limit of its balance.
Right.
When it comes down forward, it pushes on the upper front, and the brakes don't release until you hit start, and then it steadies itself. So as long as you're running people, it shouldn't be a problem. And once it gets up to its full height, this is a good time too, you can decide what ride you want to ride.
Right.
Just because it's awesome, we're going to do the Steel Phantom, which was Pittsburgh's own for a while, which is under the Video Motion EL card. It has a bunch of ones in here: Dragonfire, Eurostar, Steel Phantom, Viper, Forest, Oasis, and then those are all real coasters, so they're video stuck to the front of a coaster.
Okay.
The Asteroid one and Ice World are CGI.
Okay.
The only reason we don't say run Asteroid, the longer one, it's very violent. It spins a lot.
Oh.
It puts a lot of load on the motors. So you can run it, but don't do it all day long.
Right.
It'll be fine. So we're going to run the Steel Phantom. Once you click that, it kind of loads the data in.
Oh, hey, you can see what they're looking at.
Yep. And then the start button will illuminate.
I'm gonna get a wider shot here.
Oof. Press the start button. All day long. So it's awesome. Turn on and shut that. This one has the most boring intro. It's basically just sitting up for the whole first intro. The neat thing about it, I have not tried it. The file for data where it goes is included in the text file. And it usually just epic videos. So you should be able to make your own. Hi. Hello. I'm going to catch you. Fine.
I'm not sure how long some of this railing
Yeah, you can't tell, can you?
That was the clever design.
So these are all the Allen ones. If I want to walk and do that.
Boy, is this exciting.
Move this color up.
Thank you.
Sure. This one, it does a really violent, like loop twist thing, which is really cool. This is good to run in the morning with no one in it, just to listen to its quietest, listen for weird noises. So that creaking, clicking noise is the encoder on the bottom of the roll motor. It got bent the last time the case came off, so it wiggles. So toss in the lane, straighten it out, and it's fine. We just haven't been able to do that with others. The encoders are optical. It's a 7 disc inside. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah.
That sounds good. There's something loose inside, Doug.
You'll get change, combs. We had a guy lose a pocket knife. So we can't stress enough. Say empty your pockets when you go in, or I'll empty them for you.
You really have to
We did that with the Orbitron.
Yes, yes. And that's why we have a bin here for people to put their stuff in. It will empty your pockets. People always think they can hold onto their cell phones. You can't. It will come out. So when it finishes, the lower lights and stuff will not light up until it is ready to be lowered. So sometimes it seems like it's frozen. You just have to give it time to finish with the ride. And it also has a countdown, shows how long it's been riding. There's the lower light. So take a peek, just make sure there's no one had climbed under it in the meantime.
There's no one under it, Batman.
Yeah, you gotta make sure of that kind of stuff. And once it comes down,
You know what we could put into it? An Orbitron simulator.
and at this point, open the harnesses, let the people out.
Cool.
Excellent.
There you go. So that's the day-to-day inspection. The
Okay.
monthly stuff, I'll have to go more in detail with you, but we have logs that will show you how to do that stuff.
Cool.
And the manual goes into all that detail as well. So
Sweet.
you now know how to operate a roller coaster simulator.
That's awesome. Let's tear it apart.
Yeah.
Say that all again,
Okay.
Doug.
So if you ever had any weird problems, the slip ring here comes out through here and goes down to this interface. This is where the computer, through these cables here, these ribbon cables, interfaces to the simulator.
Okay.
So if one of these connectors, they're all Molex, comes loose and wiggles, encoder misses a few steps, it'll go out of track and keep spinning. Always make sure these are tight. I'd recommend, if you can, build a bracket, mount it to this.
Yeah,
that way it doesn't have.
I love you just kind of dangling it
Yeah,
there.
strain relief's important. Same with these guys. If you can find better methods of routing the cables, like this
sure.
used to be zip tied here.
Okay.
Whatever works for you. But the key is never. I say this very importantly because it's happened. Never leave your tool sitting on top of this. This sits flush with the top up here.
Oh yeah.
When it goes up, it'll leave an imprint of your tool in the roof. So, just a heads up. Or when we go see the roller coaster one later, or the flight sim, you'll see there's a pair of plier outline
That's
on top.
awesome.
So, just a heads up.
Okay.
That's that guy.
Anything else while you're thinking?
Everything
We're still
communicates
rolling.
via network. There's a
Okay.
network hub in the bottom. The onboard is the brains of the operation. It tells
Okay.
what things where to go, what video's playing, it plays the videos. The outboard one just runs the motion and the encoders.
Okay.
So both sadly have to work. I'd recommend it if you have the ability to, take the computer out from under the seat and put it in the console.
I think we can manage that part.
Because the worst thing you can do to a computer is have it spinning around in circles at a high
Right.
rate of speed. We lose fans, bearings, we used to lose hard drives, now it's solid state, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But just a heads up. The only
Okay.
thing that's tricky about relocating it is you need to get the video and sound back inside. You
That's
can
not
use
too
a wireless
terrible.
video transmitter for that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need to do. So I highly recommend that if you can. And I'll fill you in as we go further.
Cool.
With things. Remote for the projector. Oh, I'll give you these because we don't have use for them now. See the bracket that holds the simulator up? There's
Yeah.
two nylon bolts.
Oh.
That's our fail point. If something goes wrong, it'll snap those off and sort of breaking the simulator. And we just toss new ones in. That's probably once every 2 months maybe, if it just comes
Okay.
down weird. I think that's everything on that guy. I'll show you this side of it. This is the power side. So it is a 3-phase unit,
Okay.
but almost all of the electronics, including computers, run obviously just on one of the phases. There's a carabiner here, which is our ultra high-tech lid holder opener. So it uses these Mitsubishi inverters to control the pitch and roll motors. These used to be one for lift. We removed that. It runs off a hydraulic motor that's down here now. So these are just solid-state relays that control the up and the down. These relays are just for safety logic, so you can't try to do something that's bad, like turn it up and down at the same time.
Okay.
These are your primary contactors that engage when you're operating it. So when you hit the E-stop, it literally kills power to the drives.
Okay.
It's completely safe. And it kills all 3 legs. Everything's socketed for your drive interfaces. The computer comes in via serial to the drives, but they wired it RJ45, so it looks like
Okay.
network. Just be forewarned, if you were to plug it into a computer, it would fry it.
Okay.
It runs at a higher voltage. So
That's good to know.
Yes, so these are not network. They're yellow for a reason. They're serial. It controls this is the counterweight inverter, and then your roll and your pitch. We have spares of these as well.
Cool.
These are the brake interfaces, so those control the brakes on and off. If you need to troubleshoot the inverter, the Mitsubishi manual, it reads very badly. It's as thick as a phone book. But if you unplug the wire for this and plug it into this guy, it gives you a front end for it to interface with it, to test it. And it'll also give you error codes you can look up. These running at 24/7, we would go through one about every 2 years.
That's not too terrible.
So it's not too bad, and they rebuild them. Mitsubishi's really good at that. We have 2 spares, I believe, so you guys should be good for a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. Originally it was wired where they had neutral going to ground on a lot of things to save wiring. We pulled as much off as we could, but if you come across that, that's why. It was originally wired that way. These here control your down speed.
Okay.
From the hydraulic cylinders, and this valve here is what does the differencing between the two, to try to keep them level. The UPSs are shot, they're being bypassed, that's why there's this thing here, so I would recommend UPSs for it, not for the motors, but for the computer and the drive electronics, because the encoders get a bump in power, the whole simulator goes really wonky. These are the load resistors. Those get quite hot, so just watch your head when you're in there. They basically, when the motor's trying to change directions, they dump the power into the resistors.
Okay.
I think power comes out of this side of the roll ring. This is the power slip ring. The other side's data.
Okay.
I do believe that's at this time.
For real?
Yes. Hopefully. It'll be a game.
All right.
I'll be back.
Yeah, all right.
So I was hitting the F switch at the moment to take it out.
See, it sounds like we just need to make a control box that we can do all these things from, so it's not being so close to the stupid thing.
Exactly. This box is literally relocatable, you just have to extend the wires.
That's easy enough to do.
This was a retrofit, it didn't exist before. So it's that box right there.
Okay.
And I think it's 4 wires, it just switches, there's nothing smart in the box.
Okay.
Like I said before, 3D stuff like religion, always needs to be in. Once I take this fold out, this should be able to lift off.
Should have brought baggies.
I have little baggies.
Okay. We'll want to label like stair screws. And...
I was going to put them back in the holes for now, but if you want to do it differently. Okay.
That works.
These will be the only place you go though. And we might listen off that pin on that side. Perfect. Going in very tight. It's on that side. These little guys.
Okay. But if we have tiny important bolts that we can't put back, we'll put into that. Because, yeah.
This is micro juice.
It's blue milk. Alright.
Step real fast. I bought a nice impact for this, and someone borrowed it. I haven't gotten it back yet.
Oh. That's a pisser.
The better the tool, the more it's borrowed.
Alright.
Best way to make friends is get a pickup truck and a power washer. Or a trailer.
No idea what you're talking about, Doug. None whatsoever.
One cable to be careful of while we're doing everything is the e-stop cable. We ran it separately from all the other cables just for that reason. It's very important.
Okay.
This bar here, I wonder if we should take it off now. It falls off when you're moving it a lot of times.
Oh, I see.
And it's very heavy and it hurts toes a lot.
Good idea then.
And these are pinch hazards, be careful.
Of course. All right, I'll start rolling again when we're. All right. So we're rolling again. So this is your fancy cart.
Yes, this comes from the company. This is how they ship it to you.
Oh.
It's the only way to move them. Because these jacks jack up and then cradle it to hold it for you. Because I think it's 3,000 or 4,000 pounds itself.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, we didn't do that. I don't want our welder to see this.
Let's get it up and then we'll get into it.
Okay.
What can I do?
So, I was hoping the picture case would go up, but now we're going to take this off.
Okay.
Just the shaft or what?
Well, that's what I'm thinking right now. It's going to be tough. That was my fault. We should have had it flipped over upside down to take it off. But this is going away, so if I cut these zip ties, you gotta lift it out onto that.
Oh, I'm with you.
And then lower it down in there.
Okay.
Alright, you have
Yes.
My Leatherman's in my bag.
Speaking of which, I can't remember the guy's name. It was Indiegogo. Metal Leatherman holsters. They're amazing.
oh, those are cool.
Yeah. Positive hole. They're just, yeah.
I might just steal yours because I got the same Leatherman. No.
It's not like my 7th one.
Yeah, you're so
Same
sneaky.
boat. Same boat. I'm totally sneaky. All right, I'm gonna go grab my Leatherman. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so we got the back cover off.
Yes.
We
so
have.
There's grease on the backside here.
Yep.
If you have a machine shop and you've got really smart people, I highly recommend get rid of the grease thing and put 3 roller bearings to ride along the shaft.
That
way you never have to grease it. But once a month you have to strip this grease off with alcohol and then re-grease it.
Okay.
Because this will start to drag, it'll overcurrent, and you'll get a fault, a counterweight failure.
Okay.
And I'll let you know you need to do it.
And we got more bolts
More
to
bolts
check.
as part of the monthly inspection. There's bolts on top too for the roaring screw. You want to
Okay.
make sure those are happy.
right.
And check to make sure the motor's tight.
Cool.
There's a bunch of wires up there we'll get to. You want to make sure those connectors are all connected as well.
Fantastic.
That's all there is to this guy.
All right.
Pitch motor.
All right.
And that's a little bit complicated.
All right. So
But I want to get this in place.
let's bring her down nice and gentle. That's smooth.
Yes.
Almost like it's hydraulics or something.
No, it's crazy. It used to be ball nut screw.
Oh.
Lift it lower.
Oh, stop.
So stop it there.
You
We
gotta
have to
pick
come
it
back.
up.
Oh, perfect.
Guide pen there. Cool. All right.
Looks pretty decent.
Okay. Let's go ahead and keep coming down then.
It looks level. Good.
Yes, yep. And then we're going to have to jack it up the rest of the way once it's
I'll say yeah, it's all the way
all the way
down.
down. So now we're going to jack this up to medium.
Okay, this
All right.
just like
Yep.
this.
And
Then we gotta grab.
I'm going to go
You know,
check my impact
you should
back.
go get your impact
Yeah.
back.
Am I going the right way?
Yeah, it's going down. All right. Due to shortage of battery power, we'll be back after all the jacking. All right, go ahead and say all that about the set screws you use.
Set screws are for holding the pitch ring
Okay.
in place.
Right.
I ran them all the way in so that they don't catch on the motor on the way out. When you go to put
Okay.
the pitch ring in, you'll have to back them back out after the motor's been on.
Okay. Fantastic.
And if you guys have any problems with it once you get it up there, Doug, you can call me.
Yeah.
I'll try to walk you through anything.
Cool. All right.
What do you think? The lever? You have to take a lever.
The thing is hooking on. We need like something to hold. Get there though. Put one on either side.
Yeah. Yeah, you put one on the other side too. Where the other one go? It should be right around you somewhere.
Oh, he grabbed it. I saw the one dude grab it.
Okay. Should get a big washer actually. Here's some washers.
I think they're using it here.
What's that? Yeah, we're using every lever that's in the building at the moment.
You can have the black one if you need.
I'll take the black one. Where do they put it? There it is.
You can have that one for right now. Oh, it's like my hands are covered in grease and oil and PB blast.
So now you're having a good time when you're all covered up in grease.
She started the camera up. She started the goddamn camera up. It was going well. That thing is huge! Yeah, it's like an inch. Bullshit!
I thought it was a couple inches, maybe. Inch to a few. Oh my god, it broke right out right there.
You know, it might be loose enough.
Yeah, I said we have some easy outs too if we have to. Yeah.
I was so close. I just got it, what, that's 3
I don't want to mar up a machine surface, but is it wiggleable?
Mar it up, I've already marred it up. We're probably going to have to get a whole new piece.
Oh, okay. Which we're not doing it
again.
Are we good to
Of
move
course,
it?
20 bolt will probably fit through there.
Yeah, sure, why not?
You got at least that one in?
Yeah, it's in.
Yeah, it's in.
Okay.
It's in halfway, it should be enough, right?
We're just not ready to push this, but do...
It'll be free in just a minute here.
Hi, Doug here. You left your camera. That was a big mistake. So we're still going. There's Patrick. There's Rich. They're taking the bolts off. We have the sides off. The upper bolt undone. The big bolt required the 3/4 inch ratchet. There were massive bolts up top there.
That's loose up top, so limited.
There they are, inch and an eighth. Holding that top plate in. So there's 2 on each side, and these bolted down. And then there's 2 on each outside that go down to the plates down there with the bolts in them. And they're all identical, so you won't have to know which one goes where. This side's already off. And that bar is off as well. So what we're going to do is get those out. We're going to take that motor assembly, lift it up and out, and that should be it. So in theory, we'll have both of these out tonight. We'll get the fencing, it's behind me, over there, route it back behind, and it should all be good in theory. So by the time you get here in the morning, all this stuff should be out in the parking lot, ready to load in the truck, and we should be good. So thanks for watching. I don't know how to stop it. Oops. I know how to use technology.
Yep, Brian driving.
So Doug here, I'm using your camera again. We're getting ready to lift the motor up and out of the supports. There's Brian, our forklift operator. Let's go, let's see what happens. We'll just have to yell if anything. Okay, it's lifting level.
Still connected via umbilicus.
Umbilicus?
Wires.
That's fine, they're disconnected.
Okay.
Come forward a little bit if you can, just a hair, like half an inch. Perfect, right, that's good. Now come up. You get near the top, slow down, just so we can be prepared if something goes wrong.
Do what?
We get near the top, slow down.
Okay. You want me to clear the top of the tower?
Not yet, go right up to the top and slow down. Come forward a little bit, just a ever so slow, like an eighth of an inch.
Okay.
Okay, good, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, go ahead up.
There's some slack.
Yeah. Everybody clear? All right, you got it. All right, keep going up, keep going up.
Going up? Yep.
Up. Keep going up. All right, stop. Back up.
Coming back. Yep. Go ahead.
Very slowly.
Hold on. Yes.
Yeah, just do very slow moves. Oh, oh, oh.
Good. You're
All right,
good. You're good.
keep moving slowly.
Go ahead. Okay.
All right, go ahead, stop slowly and come on down.
Pull on slower.
Thank you.
Down.
Yep.
You have a card or four-wheel
That's what I'm trying to figure out how we're going to set this down. So don't go all the way to the floor yet.
And I'll come down about right about there.
You can come down by another 4 inches, 5 inches, just be a little bit safer.
Yep.
That's good, that's good. All right, so what are your thoughts, guys? Like, how do we want to lay this down?
Yeah, so we gotta pick it up again. We
Yeah.
got 4x4s there, right?
We do?
Yeah, right over there.
Yes. How do you want to?
I'm trying to think, is that structural at that?
This plate here is very structural.
Okay.
That's,
So basically, if we can touch that down,
and then just slowly lean it over.
and then lift it off.
Let's do that. Can you back up? Let's go back about 4 feet or so, maybe 5. Okay. That should be good. All right. Well, the motor's off. We're not dead, and there's no hole in the floor. So, mission accomplished. Still can't figure out how to turn this thing off.
It is Saturday, and it is
1:30, 1:40.
2.
Oh, it's 2 o'clock already. Wow, all right.
But it's okay because we've actually been moving quite a bit, even if it feels like we weren't moving.
Right.
So we left about 40 minutes ago. We've been zipping through the curvy roads of Pennsylvania, and we are just now on the highway moving, so that's pretty good. And we're not entirely sure at this point what time we'll be back yet, because there's a lot of stuff that happens between there, and we're not quite sure where the groove of the truck is yet.
Right.
But we're on the road.
We're on the road. We didn't do anything before this. It was just moving stuff in. Apparently Doug did vlog of the teardown. Hopefully that turned out all right. Because we quit at what, 10 o'clock?
Yeah, we stopped at about 10.
They didn't stop until 2 o'clock, so a special thank you to Doug and his crew. They were bored apparently, just wanted to keep going at it. So all we had to do this morning was just load it up, and we needed all the hands actually help loading, so we didn't get any vlog, but
It was just loading the
yeah,
truck.
it was loading. It wasn't anything special. So hopefully the footage Doug shot is good, and yeah.
He's a smart guy. He can figure it out.
Yeah, he does cameras and stuff for fun,
So we're on the way. So I thought it was funny. We had to stop at get our toll ticket for the Pennsylvania Turnpike. And remember how on the first time we talked about being a Class 2, we are now a Class 4. We added a little bit of weight.
It's a hot call.
But we're trucking along, and I'm sure we'll pop in at some point here. I don't think we're going to be in Pennsylvania for all that long. We weren't in it too long before, and we're just on our way back.
Yay!
Yay!
Welcome to Ohio.
Welcome to Ohio.
Yay!
Yay! I turned over you right when you do that. Excellent. Good timing.
I just want to think about Ohio personally. Thankfully, though, less hills, and the Ford truck should be able to keep up.
Yeah, we are coming out of hill. We still have a little bit of hill.
A little bit of hill, but not too bad. Yeah, some of these hills have been 45 going up, some of them. I think the lowest I dropped was 40, but that was pretty steep.
Yes.
Once she's in 6th, she seems to be alright. For the most part.
Next plaza, 43 miles. Next change for fuel, 70 miles. What do you think? Do we need 2 miles or 70 miles?
Let's go for the next fuel option, because we're between quarter and half right now, and
Alright, so then it'll be about 2 miles.
yeah.
So basically we get on it and immediately pull into the service station.
Yep.
So it is 3 o'clock on the nose.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And we ate and we're gonna get fuel right now.
Right.
Which means that once we get back in, we're just gonna kinda...
It's your tiny little bladder that's stopping us.
Yep.
Yep, brakes still work.
I'm super happy to hear the brakes still work.
I wonder how many people though just have their brakes just stop working.
Well, they have that sign for a reason.
I know, that's what I'm just like,
Let's see what weight class we are in the state of Ohio. Such a smooth ride. I love it. Oh, it doesn't tell me.
bastards.
I think we're a class 2, but I am not 100% on that one. However, it says in big red letters, no U-turns.
Hey look, there's another Swift truck on the side of the road. But he's in way better condition than the other one was, that's for sure.
It's on a road, which is the first step here.
The other one was on the road, just his rear axle.
No, the other one was
But the trailer was
completely off the road.
Oh, was it completely?
It was completely off the road.
Takes some doing.
Let's not do it
I didn't plan on it. I'm not that bored yet.
yet. That suggests that he expects
I
it
mean,
to
it
come.
still got to go through Ohio.
I posted pictures of all of the circuit breaker fences at the service plazas we stopped at.
Yeah.
And I had people wonder why I was posting the same one from different angles.
Yeah, I saw your thing where it's like, no, really, it's different.
They didn't
Ohio
look
looks the
different.
exact same.
I mean, it makes sense to have all the service plazas be designed. Why would you
Right.
design one from scratch each time?
Right.
But it is really surreal to drive for 2 hours and get out at what feels like exactly the same thing.
Right.
It is bizarre. We're shooting time lapse this time too. We did not shoot time lapse prior to getting on the highway today, but we did accidentally shoot time lapse of the Carnegie Science Center parking lot for 6 hours.
We'll see all the awesome people and how they had to get the keys out of the
Yeah, you'll get to see the time lapse of us getting the truck unlocked because we left the keys in it.
Proceed to the route.
Thanks. I'm just gonna end you. Took 4 people to get this truck unlocked.
1 AAA guy and 3 Carnegie Science Center.
And despite our best efforts, we did not have to jump it. But boy,
I know, man,
we were pushing that because the whole thing started when somebody said, hey, your lights are on, so go to turn the lights off, realize the keys are in it. It takes an hour to fix that. Then we realized, after fixing all of it, that I still managed to have the lights on, which was just the best. Quite proud of myself for that one. Oh dear, come back. So
How many gallons do you think this is going to take?
I don't know.
Because the tank is just below my ass.
40? I don't know how many's in it
I
total.
don't know either, so we're about to find out.
Alright, we're gonna go get gas and we'll be back. It is 6:48 p.m. We are entering Toledo.
Passing the Andersons, apparently.
Passing the Andersons. Toledo.
That's impressive.
Glass City. Every time I see the word Toledo, I just think of the Glass City Marathon, and I don't know why.
always think of MASH and how Klinger wanted to get back to Toledo, and every time I drive through Toledo, I was like, I don't know, he may have been better off in Korea.
You know what? I've never seen that.
Never seen MASH.
Never seen it. I think I watched a couple of random episodes when I was homesick or something.
Yeah.
But I've never actually seen it.
I want to be towards the Detroit exit.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Take exit 204 on the left for I-475 West. There's Toledo. It's something. I'm sure it's a nice place. I'm sure there are worse places.
I'm sure there are. I don't know. It seems like every time we drive through, we have something, isn't it? Toledo is
Hey, we
nothing
were
but-
vlogging when we passed the sign the other way.
Right.
Look at that. We're trying so hard to get home. Oh my God, are we trying?
Little truck's chooching.
Little truck is giving it everything it can.
Ryder is definitely, I feel, the way to go.
And
It's definitely more scooping than the budget truck was.
we are at a battery warning, so I guess the next update that you'll get from us will be when we get back.
Yeah.
All right. Seems fitting to end it on Toledo.